Welcome to Rom Wills, Money Matters. Get a second job if you have the time. Get a second job. Now, a lot of my money management skills and what I learned came from my grandmother. Now, she can make $1 holler. She's someone who, she worked in the government, but the highest she got was a grade 4, but she was able to manage her money to the point she had owned several rental properties and was able to travel and everything. That's because she knew how to make that $1 holler and everything. So one thing, when she gave advice on like going out to make money, people listened. One of her best pieces of advice to people who listened to her was to get a second job if you have the time. Like, there was another woman who served as a second mother to me that lived on my street, and my grandmother spoke with her and said, hey, get another job. Now, she already had a government job, and, thing was she was, went through a divorce and everything. And, she had some support from the ex-husband, and he was like another father to me. He was like another father. I give it to him. But here's the thing. She went out, got another job. Another part-time job, because one of the things my grandmother would say is get a part-time job that's your fun job. Don't just get any job, but get something that's your fun job. And you don't really, and she was actually doing pretty well, without the job, but she went out, got it. She did so well. She was able to buy stuff. She was able to buy like a fancy sports car, travel. She was able to do so much, and it was her fun money. In fact, she grew on the job to the point, she probably made a lot more on the second job than she did on the first one. Oh my goodness. But I always learned that. Even myself, back in the day, I worked in the government, and I was making pretty good money, living well, but I had extra time on my hands. I didn't have a family. I didn't have children. And so I got a part-time job working at a gym. That's the first time I started working at a gym. And that money, I didn't need that money to live on. But I was able to pay down some bills, pay off some bills, put it away for savings and stuff. In fact, there was another young man who worked on the same job. He was just working to get a motorcycle, to pay cash for a motorcycle. Always get it. It's just like, look, the reality is, even though on my men's channel, I say, look, don't use money to present it to a woman. You still need money to feed yourself. And, my advice is for the ladies as well. I told you about my second mom. I told you how she was able to get so much property and everything. And indeed, that's how my grandmother really got started, because she was telling me about how her and my uncle, they used to do kind of a cleaning job, and they used to have fun with it. Grandma always had a hustle. The hustle was in the family name. We sat around thinking about how to make money. That money. But that was the thing. If you got the opportunity, you have the time, especially if you're single. Now, if you got family, of course, you got to spend time with them. But I was single at the time, so what I had at one time, I had the government job, had the part-time job. Then I was starting my publishing business. Don't just sit around. It's like, go out and make that money. Yeah, you want to take some time to have some fun and entertain, but there's so many hours in the day. Just think about it. If you're working, that's about maybe, preparing for work, lunch and everything. That's about 12 hours maybe. You still got some time to do something. Maybe get a part-time job in the evening, fun thing. You put that money away, don't need it. And you know what I always say about savings. You put that money away, then you can use that money to invest in an income-producing asset or a business. And you just save that money, or whatever you need it for, you still have it. Boom. Boom. And that's if you had the time. One of the things I see out here is people complaining about money, but they sitting around. I'm like, well, you got time to do all this? Think about how much time people waste or watching every one of these dumb TV shows. Yeah, I'm gonna say dumb TV shows. Like watching something here and there, but you get some people, that's all they do. Indeed, you got some people, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna put this on men. You got some men out here, they just go to work and come back. They don't got anything to do. I'm like, well, shoot, at least go make some money so you can improve your life. And see, the beauty of a part-time job, there's always something, because I'm going to tell you what, even during the COVID lockdowns, there was work out there. There was work. There was actually plenty of people looking for something. There were plenty of businesses looking for somebody, because you had, like a lot of stores were vital, like a grocery store. And I've known people who, they have a full-time job, maybe go work in a grocery store, one of these food stores or something like that. Restaurants still needed deliveries, warehouses and stuff. I mean, Amazon didn't miss anything. There's always something. Like if I needed a job now, I just go do some merchandising or something. There's a place I can hit up now, a retail store. I can hit up right now. I can walk up there and say, hey, you know what? I need a part-time job. Unfortunately for myself, I don't have the time. If I got a part-time job, it'd be just... It'll just be because I'm just greedy. I don't need it. But let's say, hypothetically, say I did. Making more than enough with what I'm doing. But like hypothetically, like say something happens or something. I already have the place I could walk to. I know me and the manager are cool. General manager of this retail place, major department store. She love Ron to death. All I do is say, hey, I need something. Go up there and apply and stuff. I'm in. But always have that option. If always have it. And see, something else with a part-time job, it can always become a full-time job. That's how I got into retail when I was working retail to begin with. It was a part-time job at first. I was working an office job, and I was like doing the math. I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm spending $30 a day to go to this office job with eating and everything else. Shit, let me just hold up. I actually saved money and was able to expand on it, And then throughout all that, I still had my business. And that's another thing, too. If you have a business, depending on how much time you need to spend on it, there's a lot of people who have a small business. And really, a lot of small businesses don't make the money people think. The average income on a small business is $71,000. And people might say, oh, that seems like a lot. Well, if you got a business, you probably got to pay for different things and supplies and everything, so that cuts it. There's nothing wrong with getting a part-time job to help supplement your business income until it gets off the ground. I know a lot of people who've had that. Like I know a young lady. She has a business. This is way off the ground now, but she was working a lot of part-time jobs when she first started it. But all of it comes down, if you got the extra time, turn it into some money. Seriously, turn it into some money. That's the important thing. And like I said, it don't have to be to pay bills. You could be making enough on whatever you're doing, but you get that second job, that's when you build up your savings. That's when you use that savings to maybe put into a business or to get other income-producing assets. But if you have that time, use it wisely. Use it. Seriously, get something easy. It could be a cleaning job or, something you just have fun with. When I was working at the gym, those were just fun jobs. So I want y'all to really think about that. And just especially if you don't, like I say, if you don't have children, you don't have a family that you're responsible for, that's the best time to build up everything. You have the time. That way, when you do get the family, if that's what you want, well, shoot, you got the money to take care of them and everything is already in place for you. And indeed, like I said, you might even come up with new job skills, might come up with business ideas, everything. So I want y'all to really consider that, especially all the single people. You got free time, use it wisely. Don't party it away or sit around just staring into space. Use that time wisely. Get some more money. So, yeah, I know the deal. Let's go make that money.